What's up, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. And reports of the death of the fandom menace are quite premature. Bitches! We're still out here and we're still kicking, and we're gonna be here forever and ever and ever and ever, forever and ever, amen. And tonight what I want to do is I want to share with you an article that I saw yesterday. You know, it's just a little thing here, but I thought that it was worth noting because, you know, with all of the shipping that's been going on, you know, all of the psychotic Raylos. Now look, I'm not saying that if you're somebody out there who's pulling for Kylo Ren and Raylo to hook up, I'm not saying that you are necessarily crazy. I'm just saying that you're not sane. Okay, so the other ship that goes on, for some reason, is the ship between Poe and Finn. For some reason, people are pulling for these two guys to be gay, even though there's been nothing in the story to suggest that they are gay, but this thing persists and it goes on and on. So, I just saw this article yesterday, and it seems like John Boyega, John Boyega, John Boyega, Boyega, Boyega ga, John Boyega, Boyega, Boyega ga, John Boyega, Gega, 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 John Boyega, Anyway, John Boyega is out there, and he says that, you know, he's also pulling for a Poe and Finn romance. John Boyega, I do not understand this. If you're a straight man, and there's nothing wrong with being gay, all right? If you're a gay man, John Boyega, then by all means fantasize about your co-star. But if you're a straight man, I don't see how it's helpful for you to be indulging these people out here in these homoerotic, salacious fantasies. I love that word, salacious. It's so salacious. It's my new favorite word, salacious. So John Boyega has posted a picture. And anyway, let me get into this article, and then I'm going to show you the image, you know, that we're talking about, and, you know, we'll just go from there. Okay, so this you can find on comicbook.com, and the headline goes, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalkers. John Boyega shares the perfect image of Finn and Poe holding hands. Hey, yeah, tell you something. I hope you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. Anyway, so here we go. And this is by Jamie Jirak. All right, Jamie Jirak. And it says, John Boyega continues to be the captain of the Finn Poe ship. The Star Wars actor has been extremely vocal about supporting a romantic relationship between his character and Oscar Isaac's Poe. Like, he's really pushing for this. You really want to do that butt surfing thing, don't you, John Boyega? I don't understand this. I mean, like I said, help me understand. If you are, in fact, homosexual, well, then there's nothing wrong with that. But as a straight man, a so-called straight man, a heterosexual man, I don't understand why a heterosexual man would push so hard, man, no pun intended, you know, on his co-star to make something like this happen. I just don't get it. And while our hopes aren't high that the romance will actually come to fruition, Boyega isn't shy about sharing Finn Poe content to social media. Earlier this month, a fan joked that Finn and Poe were secretly holding hands behind Rey in a promotional photo, and Boyega replied with, "Dom, how'd you know?" Now, someone has taken it a step further by showing an X-ray, or better yet, an X-ray, and they spell that R-E-Y. I tell you, these shippers, they're just so clever. I could never be on that level. Oh my gosh. A version of the photo that reveals Finn and Poe's skeletons holding hands. All right, so here they show like the original photo. Okay, that's the original photo of our so-called heroes. Okay, but when you swipe to the left, to the left, to the left, this is what you see. They're holding hands. Oh my God. Oh, it's totally happening. And it goes on to say, Boyega wrote, "Who did this?" And then he's like cracking up. He has little laughing emojis, right, with the big old eyes. And then it says here, many people commented on the post, clearly loving it. You did, didn't you? At BXY asked. Sure, pretty sure Oscar did. Somebody joked. Anyway, Boyega recently revealed on the D23 Expo red carpet that he believed the Finn-Poe relationship has the longest staying power in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. During the movie's panel, he also had a hilariously negative reaction to finding out Poe has a history with Kerry Russell's new character. Ooh, you flamer. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is set to star a returning Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Lupita Nyong'o, Domhnall Gleeson, Kelly Marie Tran, woo, and a host of other people. All right, guys. So anyway, that's the end of the article. And look, I have fun with this, but you know, this is what I'm talking about, right? It seems like it's just harmless fun. You know what I mean? Just like John Boyega is poking at Oscar Isaac. You know what I mean? Like literally, he's poking him. You know what I mean? And it seems like it's harmless. But my thing is that this is, right, supposed to be for kids, right? So you have these images and he's indulging these images. He's enabling these people. Like, okay, this one is an x-ray of their skeletal hands, like embraced, right? But you know, there are some like Raylos out there, for example, once again, who take this to a whole other level. There is erotic art out there that's showing Kylo Ren and Rey in all types of positions, you know what I mean? And John Boyega, would you be happy if you saw like erotic art of you and Oscar Isaacs this way? It's like, you know, by you jumping on board here and you enabling this crap, you know that you run the risk of this happening. And for kids who are on the internet, they could come across this type of thing. Now, I said before, like in the beginning, after The Force Awakens, my son really loved the character of Finn. You know, he really did. And after The Last Jedi, he went through all types of withdrawal. He completely washed his hands. And that's saying a lot for my son because he never wants to wash his hands. But he definitely washed his hands of you, John Boyega, and your character, especially Finn. You know, he doesn't know you, John Boyega. So I can't say that this is personal against you, John Boyega, except that I'm trying to get you to have a little bit of accountability for your own image. Because after all, you guys want to trumpet the fact that this is a black leading character. Everybody should be happy. Shout it from the rooftops. We have a colored leading character. Everybody, history is in the making. We have overcome, right? So you have to take that seriously. So my thing is that now we have people who say that Lando is pansexual, right? And you want to play around with the fact and push the fact or the possibility of Finn being homosexual, all right? And of course, my man, badass Mace Windu, is kind of like, he's supposed to be like asexual, I suppose, right? Because like the Jedi can't really get down. They can't take mates and stuff like that because Anakin showed us what could happen when you do that with his sucker for love self. Shout out to Abu Nas, sucker for love. And, you know, so my thing is, for all of your so-called black leading male characters, none of them represent black manhood, okay? Good job, John Boyega, because that's what we have going on right now. It's like you want Finn to be gay, all right? Somebody out there wants Lando to be pansexual, and like I said, Mace Windu doesn't really, you know, I find him to be quite manly. I mean, you know, manly, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I admire him as a man. Let's get that straight. All right. But as far as, like, just heterosexual manhood, it seems like that's not something that Disney, Lucasfilm, Star Wars is interested at all in representing. And John Boyega, if you had any sense of responsibility, you know, to your image, like I said, I could see if the character was written as homosexual, there wouldn't be much that I could say, all right? But the character has been represented as heterosexual, all right? And I just think that it's irresponsible, you know, even in jest, to put that type of image out there because you might not be taking it too far, but there are plenty of people out there who will take it too far. And like I said before, you can't shirk that responsibility, especially when you call yourself taking pride in the fact that you are one of the first so-called black stars in Star Wars. You know, so that's all I'm saying. It's like, watch your image, and I'm just disappointed. Not that you would be gay. If the character were gay, then it wouldn't be a problem, okay? Understand that. For anyone who comes into the comment section and tries to act like there's something wrong with what I'm saying, all I'm saying is that the character has not been represented as being gay. If he was, I would not be making this video. But since he was represented as being, or presented as being, heterosexual, then all I'm saying to you, John Boyega, is please watch the way you present your image. There are children. I have one who looked to you in The Force Awakens, you know, just as a positive character. You know, I wouldn't say a positive role model, because after all, he's got me for that, all right? But what I'm talking about are characters that he admires. You know, he admired Finn. He admired Luke Skywalker, you know, but everyone has been betrayed to him, and that's the reason why he's no longer into Star Wars. You know, I know that goes against the narrative, but that is the sad fact. All right, guys, so what do you think about that? Do you think that it's just a harmless thing, you know, or do you really take them at their word that Star Wars is for kids, and maybe they should be a little bit more cautious and conscientious about their images and how they present them in the people that they appeal to? You know, you can get at me in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. As always, you can like and you can share and you can subscribe. And when you subscribe, please hit that notification bell and press all, A-L-L, man. I'm not talking about the detergent. Press all so you can get all notifications. Okay, okay. And as always, you can catch me on Twitter. I will be there. That's it for now, guys. This is the Gospel According to Mark with a C. I'll catch you on the next one. Rock on.